We'll have somebody come to us and say, well, this competitor is less than me on this product, and this competitor is less than me on this product, and this competitor is less than me on this product. And so I feel like all three of these products, I need to beat all three of these competitors.
Yeah.
And you can't do it. Your competitors are smarter than that. They've only got that cherry product on there to try and get you in the door, and then they've got their core product, which is actually making them a margin. Perhaps you'd be more competitive on that. And so you can't take everybody's best deal forward and copy it. But
Correct.
That being said, I do think that anytime we add a product, the first thing we do is check the market, right? You're doing your SWOT analysis where you're checking the strengths of your competitors to see how much are they charging for these products. Is this something that we feel like we can be competitive in? And that, I think, applies a lot more to, and as James said, like the commodity products, right?
Yeah.
Like the yard signs and banners and business cards and just these products that everybody kind of needs. They buy in high volumes, or maybe a lot of people buy a little bit of them, and those kinds of things. If you want to get in that market, you might check and see, well, who are the biggest competitors and what are they charging, and can I afford to even enter into that market? I think those are very initial, early on questions that you're doing. And as you expand and grow and get better and get your footing in a market, you stop copying your competitors and you start focusing on adding value, lowering your costs, and then your competitors start to copy you.
Yeah. And then, there's also jobs where they're probably more realistic for like a small sign shop or a local sign shop where you need to letter somebody's door and they want store hours on there or something, which is I don't know how common of a product that is or how common of a job that is for most of our clients, but I imagine it is.
We did it all the time.
Yeah.
When we were back in 2008, 2007.
If you think about that and you're driving to a job where you're going to do a whole storefront and that's a $3,000 job, and then you've got $2.50 worth of white vinyl and you're printing it, plotting it, and cutting it, and weeding and masking it right, in line with everything else, and you're going to pass by this guy's shop on your way there, that might be a $50 job. But if you have to do that one standalone, it could be a $250 or a $500 job, but you're competing with somebody else who might be in that same bucket, right? They're probably doing it standalone or they're doing it alone, and so it's just you don't really realize how consistent somebody is. They might have that shade of green vinyl today, but they've got 3 yards of it or something, and so they're going to print it and cut it based off of that wasted material that they were about to throw away anyways.
Yeah, talking about more custom jobs, these things where you have install and things like that, copying your competitors for those kinds of prices is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Right? Because somebody might just say, yeah, I'll just throw that in, I'll do that. And now you're trying to beat that low price again. So that's why, and that's the general scare anytime you're paying a lot of attention to what your competitors are charging. And so our goal with this whole thing would be to get you away from the things that we're talking about on this slide. It really is not a good long-term business model for you, but it's your starting point, especially when you're starting off, to make sure that like what you're going to do is viable, that the market exists and you can compete in it.
Yeah.